and it's only gonna get better and better. We did a quick sneak preview at the top of the hour of truly one of the absolute best values from Panasonic that we've ever done. I can remember going back years ago when it was great just to have one cordless phone, right? How about 4 individual handsets and your mother base unit here? So basically it's 5 individual. I never thought there would be a day that you could sync your Bluetooth into this, right? So now you're never gonna miss a call. We're gonna explain what Panasonic and HSN has done with our very special guest, our electronics expert, Lori Leland, another very dear friend for so many years.
Many, many years. Mwah! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me, Lynn. This is such a fun system. And I will tell you, we love Panasonic, #1 global leader when it comes to home phone technologies. And like you said, this has the latest features. So you're gonna get everything that you need right here to be able to now take phone calls if you're using a landline, or maybe you got rid of your landline forever ago. This is gonna be able to work with your cell phones as well, as Len mentioned, with that Bluetooth connectivity. So this will work as an extension of up to 2 Bluetooth-enabled cell phones throughout your whole house. So what does that mean to you? You do a simple and easy one-time pairing process with each of the 2 phones that you wanna use, or just one, whatever you wanna do. And then anytime you walk into your house, it automatically pairs. And then anytime anyone calls you on your cell phone, and I'm gonna try, but these phones are not, they have not been charged, unfortunately, but we're gonna try. So they are all ringing. You can see my cell phone is ringing, which means I'm getting a phone call on my cell phone right here, and now each and every one of my home phones is all ringing. So what that simply means is anytime I reach for any one of these phones, I'm gonna be able to answer that call that is a cell phone call through my home handset. Have you ever heard anything so crazy?
No, and I have. I still have a landline because of the alarm system, so I need my landline.
Yes, right.
And I do have, you know, the multiple sets from here, but it wasn't the 5. I think it was the 3, if I'm not mistaken. And no, it doesn't have that capability of being able to Bluetooth and pair your mobile phone back with it. So that means you are never, ever gonna miss an important call, or even more importantly, you know, you always have a phone at your access. You know?
Do, and I love that.
That's the beauty.
Great point, because back in the day, like not even too long ago, just a few years ago, we would sell the 2-pack or the 3-pack of home phones, and then you had to run for your phone, right? No matter if it wasn't in the right room. With this giant 5-pack of phones from Panasonic, you get the 4 with the individual bases, so they're tiny and sleek. Just leave them plugged in. The phones themselves have incredible battery life. These, unfortunately, were not charged. That's why they're saying low battery. But your base station, this is going to act like a virtual 6th handset, because look what I just did, Lynn. I just removed this handset right here. Maybe you lose this one in the couch cushions. You're gonna be able to use this one with a speakerphone to be able to dial out, because it has that full keypad. So this is like a virtual 6th handset. And you can spread these out, disperse them through your home like you said. So no matter where you are, your bedroom, your kitchen, your living room, you have a handset right there. And I will tell you, one of the other really cool features with this, if you have someone in your life or that you want to gift these to who has dexterity issues and they can't hold on to a home phone, this has voice answer. So all you do is leave this in the base station, very near to the person who is sitting on the couch, relaxing in bed, maybe they're convalescing, or whatever the case is, and then they can just use their voice to say, answer phone.
Love it.
It'll put that phone on speaker, so they don't even have to touch the handset, and they can have that great conversation with whoever calls them.
They thought of everything.
They thought of everything.
Even, Lauren, I wonder if you could just talk a little bit about this. One of the things that makes me crazier than anything is spam calls or robocalls, right?
That's a big one.
They even thought about that too, right?
They did. So this has super, super powerful call blocking technology built right in. And you just saw on your screen the woman saying answer phone. That's that voice answer feature that we were talking about. This makes it so convenient for everybody. I will tell you, there are scammers out there that are really targeting especially seniors. My mom, she was targeted several times with spam phone calls and people trying to get her social security number and try to get her talking like they knew a few of the numbers. They claimed to be her doctor. She thought, oh my gosh, my doctor would certainly already have this information. So she just pushed that call blocking button right there and was able to instantaneously block that call. So the beauty here is you touch the button, it hangs up on that person. You don't have to think of anything to say to them. It also blocks that name and number, and it doesn't matter when you block. You can block as the call is coming in, okay? You can block if they happen to to get you on the phone and then they're talking like they're trying to get information and you feel uncomfortable, block right then, hangs up the call. They can never get back through to you ever again. Or even after the fact. Maybe you had been on a call and you thought, you know what, I really don't like the way that went. I don't want to hear from that person anymore. I'm going to block it. So before, during, or after a phone call, you're going to be able to block a number. You can block a single number. You're going to be able to block a range of numbers. Maybe you moved away from a certain area code and you're getting spam constantly from that area code and you don't want to hear from them anymore. You can even block unknown caller ID.
I like that.
That's a good feature.
Why can't our mobile phones do that?
Right?
Like, honestly,
I know. Exactly.
I love that.
It's such a good feature.
They really thought of everything. And here's the thing. I just had an update. I want to say over 10,000, if I'm not mistaken, have been sold. And for good reason. Again, it's Panasonic. You can see comparatively, even at $150, just that peace of mind to have a phone wherever, basically, I mean, think about it. Spare room, your bedroom, the kitchen. You can have it downstairs. You know, that's the thing, is running after phones. And then years ago, never in a million years would you be able to sync it back up to your mobile device. You had to have a landline. And that was one of the things. And I always, my father always said, and thank God, always encourage, if you can, have a landline just for an emergency situation. But in this case, you really don't have to.
You don't even have to.
You know, that's the thing. When my mom got sick, her phone was almost dead. And thank God she had one of the cordless, you know, handsets.
Oh my gosh.
And she was able to call the emergency. But, you know, those are the things we don't think about.
That's so true.
It's true to that. You have a phone everywhere.
Everywhere.
And, you know, it's not like you're just buying the main unit and then we used to sell these as extras, remember, years ago? You could buy extra handsets.
Add them if you wanted more than 2 or 3. Right. And
we'd sell them. You just had to plug them in, so forth. That was it. But you're getting everything here.
Yes.
You're getting the whole kit and caboodle.
The whole thing. And again, 3 different ways to use this. So if you still have your landline, like you do, Linny, because you've got your home security system, this is going to work as a landline phone. If you got rid of your landline, maybe a long time ago, and you just want to use this as an extension of your cell phones, being able to answer this when your cell phone rings instead of searching for your phone, which for me is always buried in the bottom of my handbag or on a charger in one of the rooms that I'm not in, right? Then this is going to be a great solution for you. Or the third way is a combo of those 2 things. So you're going to be able to use this as a landline, also with Bluetooth. So with a landline, without a landline, or both. Those are your options. And then one of the other things I noticed too, Lynn, so at my house, I have a terrible signal on my cell phone. I have to stand in one room with my face basically pressed up against the glass, right? So I miss a lot of calls on my phone because I don't get notifications that a call's coming in or a text is coming in. When you link to cell with Bluetooth, this just said, I received a text message from dear husband. So this is telling me to look at my cell phone because I have a text message that came in and who it's from.
It's like having a watch.
It
but
is.
Like now,
but it's more. And you can answer anywhere.
Oh,
it's so good, right?
That is really genius.
Yeah, because if you've ever put your phone on the charger or lost it somewhere in the house, one of my girlfriends left her phone in the refrigerator the other day. I'm not kidding. We were laughing about how much time in our lives we waste looking for our phones in our houses. She's like, I had it in the fridge. I set it down to get the filtered water bottle out. And anyway, it was this whole thing. So we were laughing about it. The thing is, if you're missing calls, if you're missing texts, if someone desperately needs to get in touch with you, you're going to get that notification through all of your home phones now. So if something important is happening, you're connected.
And Lori, I don't want you to be afraid because, you know, I hear that and I think, oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to take my phone, my mobile phone, and do this, right?
So easy, you guys.
Thank you. Take that fear out of it for us. Because,
absolutely. So you've got your menu button right here. This is super intuitive. Here's your phone book. You have a 3,000 name and number phone book. Do you know what you're going to be able to do? You are going to be able to sync your phone numbers from your cell phone into your home phone. Because how many times have you done this? You grab your cell phone because all the numbers are there, and then you dial it into your more comfortable home handset because this cooks your face, right? It's really hot. It's not that comfortable. The speaker phones are always so much better on the home phone. So 3,000 name and number phone book. All you do is just scroll through to all the various settings. You can use this as a sound detector to listen into a room. That's almost like a home security feature. If we have time, I'll get into that in a little bit more detail. These are your settings right here. You've got 9 speed dials you can set to press and hold the people that you call the most. Maybe your loved ones, your family, your husband, your daughter, whoever it is. Here's your Bluetooth. All you're gonna do for Bluetooth is touch select. You're gonna touch link to cell, and then you are going to be able to input up to 2 phones. This will automatically search any phones nearby. You will see them pop up on your phone, and you will see it pop up here. All you do is confirm it one time, and once you paired it that one time, every time you're nearby with your cell phone, so like when you drive home from work and you walk into your house, they automatically connect.
So I don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything. You have to pair that one time, and there's a full instruction manual in here too.
Very good.
So you don't have to go online and try to figure it out, or you can go look up videos because there's tons of videos for it too.
Okay, perfect. So if you are just tuning in, this is the, I would say, I mean, the latest, and truly, we had this as a special at this value. I want to say a few months ago, right?
It was, yeah. It was
thousands
March,
and thousands were sold. And certainly for good reason, like we said, well over 10,000. And if you are just tuning in, this is like peace of mind for anyone as a gift, or just knowing every single room in your house, most likely, main rooms that you typically are in.
Yeah, for sure.
Or if not, once these are charged, you can take this in the bathroom with you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna miss a call on your cell phone. You're not gonna miss any calls whatsoever. And I love that blocking technology.
The blocking is the best. I'm telling you, with all these spam calls coming in, and you know, they're
so good. Like my mom would be like, I look at her phone, I'm like, oh, Mom, no, don't respond. Please don't answer. Don't answer. Yeah, but
they're so believable.
They're so good.
Because it's their job to be bad, right? And they're trying to scam people out of their hard-earned money. This is a great way to protect against that. This is something I'm so glad I did for my mom a few years ago. I'm gonna actually upgrade her to this set because this is even better than what she currently has from Panasonic. The only reason people ever tend to really replace their Panasonic home phones is because their battery life starts to diminish over 10, 15 years. They want the new fresh batteries, but then you also want the latest and greatest features. Here's the little charging base right here. You can plug these in anywhere where you have power. Just set your phone right in to be able to charge that. Love the fact that you have 12 hours of nonstop talk on each handset and 7 days of standby. So if you misplace this, if it gets set down somewhere and you can't find it, by the way, you can intercom to it. So you can intercom to all of the handsets or one of the handsets.
Yeah, that was a question. Do we have to have a phone line for all of these?
These are just power.
No.
Just the one, that's a great question. Just the one phone jack and the one phone cord goes into your base station, and then the rest you just plug in wherever you have power. But if you ever want to be able to do that really easy little intercom feature, it's right here in settings where I showed you a little bit earlier. All you do is select it, and then you can intercom to any of the individual handsets or all of them. And listen, this handset's calling all the other handsets.
Where are you?
Yeah, now you can say, hey. You can just say, hi. It's dinner time when your son or daughter answers from their bedroom because they don't want to come out because they're in there gaming or whatever. This is the perfect way. Instead of screaming down the hallway, hey, dinner's ready. This is so much more civilized.
Yeah, because remember we used to sell those devices on their own.
We did.
Like, think about how technology and how it's absolutely evolved. I know we're very, very busy in this final minute. The other thing I want to mention, free shipping.
Yes.
And the 5 flex payments. That's only here at HSN.
Only
and that exceptional value. So it brings it down to $24, and that'll be whenever your next billing statement is. But we get these right out to you. You always have your 30-day money-back guarantee. Remember, all you need, you don't even need to have, right?
You don't have to have a landline.
You don't.
You don't.
I never thought there'd be a day we'd do something like this that you'd be able to
like an extension of your cell phones.
It's wild.
It is. It's like so future forward. And if you don't use that feature right away, just know it's here for you if you get ready to use it at any point.
Right, exactly. And you can be at 100% peace of mind, up to 12 hours charge on each and every one of the handhelds. Remember when we had handhelds when they first came out?
I remember.
That didn't even, like, it was your phone. You didn't have mobile phones. But you was like, you didn't have to be, you know, tethered to a cord all the time.
Oh my gosh,
that was
the curly cues. Do you remember that? That was a day or two ago.
And then wrapping yourself up and...
Oh, I did. I nervously went like this. Like, I did. I drove my parents
on the
crazy.
phone. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Okay, if you missed out on anything, please shop all of our electronics. That's our electronics expert, our Lori Leland, who brings to us amazing, amazing specials like this here today. And I'm not saying goodbye.
No.
Not at all. See you
Your last
soon.
show in the building now, and I just want to thank you for everything. You've been an icon here. And we all love you, Lenny.
Love you.
But I will see you in PA.
Absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
Girl.
Got a couple more shows
love
left there. Mwah. Okay,
Love
what
you.
a fun hour, but you know what? We're not stopping. Do you see